Hey, what's up guys? Allberg here from Buy Forever, bringing you guys a new strategy here. We got the Shattered Bowler Laloon raid. Shattered, as you guys know, 2 golems. There's many variations you can do with this raid. You can do a stoned entry, cold-blooded. Stone would be 3 golems, cold-blooded would be 1. What we're starting to see here lately in these Buy Forever wars, we're starting to see Shattered Bowler Laloon raids. So the idea of this raid is to drop your golems, provide that tanking power for your kill squad. Drop your kill squad after you create a funnel. Funnel those troops into the base, take out some air defenses, and use pretty much all your spells on your kill squad, and then do a Laloon raid towards the end on 1 or 2 air defenses. Now that's the idea. As you guys can see the comp, this is pretty much the standard comp. Also, you can use jump spells if you don't want to use quakes. It's all up to you guys. I will show you an example of both. The comp here we got 4 wall breakers, 12 loons, 3 wizards, 2 golems, 2 hounds, 2 baby drags. Now the baby drags are mainly used in the funnel, guys. You can use wizards and other type of funneling troops, but baby drags work the best because they're pretty much guaranteed to get at least 1 or 2 outside trash buildings down. Obviously, max CC bowlers in your clan castle. And the bowlers are going to be responsible for getting into the core and taking down all the air defenses and as fast as possible so you can start your Laloon portion of the raid. Obviously, a quake in the CC. You can switch it up. It's up to you guys. Heal for your kill squad. A rage. You can do 2 rage. You can do a jump spell. You can do a poison instead of the haste. This is just the comp that I trained up here that I'm most comfortable with using. Like I said, you guys, you can practice, try it out, and see how it goes. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get straight into it. Current war here, we got Buy Forever Dixon using it 2 times in a 6-pack. We'll get straight into it. So actually, I'm going to pause it here. So the idea of this raid is to get as many, like I said, as many air defenses as possible. And if you can get 3, that is ideal for bringing the Shattered entry. So Dixon's going to drop 2 golems right here, guys. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 air defenses. So if you get into this compartment here, you're going to be able to access this air defense with your bowlers and this one depending on what you jump into and what you quake. Now, he drops the 2 golems, pretty wide funnel here. That is key to this raid. If you drop your golems too close and your bowlers walk, you're most likely not going to get the air defenses down, and your raid is going to go in the wrong direction, and it's not going to be a 3-star. It could possibly be, but most likely not. So he drops the golems, and then he's going to drop a baby dragon on each side, and that's going to create the funnel. Now, the idea here is if I zoom in right here, you can see he dropped this baby dragon on the outside right of this building. That's going to allow this baby dragon to push towards this camp. Okay. Once he pushes towards that camp, the funnel will be made on the right-hand side here. If he would have dropped his baby drag on the left side, his baby drag would have then went to this dark barracks, and then most likely this, and the funnel would have been created, but not as big of a funnel as the camp would. And same with this. So he dropped it on this building on the left-hand side. That way, the baby dragon is going to push to the left and create the funnel to the left. So it is key. And make sure you guys pay attention to that when trying this raid. So he starts creating that funnel. He's just real patient here, waits. As soon as that mortar drops down, he drops in the wall breakers. Now you can do 1 wall breaker at a time, a test wall breaker, or a few at a time. Also, pay close attention to now, that he did the quake in the middle of the raid. A lot of people like to do their quad quakes in the beginning of the raid and then drop the golems. Now that gets time consuming. That could be, that could cost you up to about 10 seconds. So he drops the golems, creates a funnel, and then he drops the wall breakers. Once that wall gets open, he drops the quakes. That way he knows that he's safe, and then he drops his bowlers, his queen, and his king. And it is also key to make sure there's some buildings right here for those bowlers to lock onto and your kill squad. So if these buildings would have went down, so let's say you used wizards for your funnel, and these buildings right here would have went down, the bowlers probably would have targeted this archer tower or the buildings on the right hand side, and they would have walked the base. So that's also why it is key to use baby dragons in this raid. So bowlers are going to walk straight into the core along with the king. One golem did not enter the core, which is not a big deal. Out comes the CC. So he drops the poison, drops the rage, and drops the heal spell. Like I said, guys, most of your spells will be used on your kill squad. Again, so the main idea of this raid is to get in, get the queen taken care of, get the clan castle troops taken care of, and secure 3 air defenses if you can. Most, mainly 2, but if you can get that 3rd one, awesome. Now, if you would like to do this with 1 golem, you would want to get down 1 or 2 air defenses. At least you get 1 in the queen and, and the clan castle troops. So, it's base dependent, jump spells dependent. It all just depends on how you're doing this raid. So, as you can tell, by Forever Dix Insider, he got the air defenses. All 3 are already down. He's got the CC taken care of and the queen. Now he can commence the portion of his raid, which is the main portion of his raid, the Laloon, because the bowlers and the kill squad aren't going to do it all in this raid. So we'll just take a look here. Here he used up all his spells, guys. So like I said, most of the spells are used on your kill squad. So he's just being very patient here, waiting for a few defenses to be taken out. Just looking over the base, and then he's going to start his Hound and then his Loons. Now he drops the Hound in from the opposite side of the base. That way all these defenses right here can get taken care of. And then he drops the other one from a different angle, trying to get all those traps soaked up into that Hound instead of the Laloon. Now he could have done the Hound portion on the right side of the base, but now he's got 2 Hounds for 1 air defense. So if he would have did that, the air defense would have went down a lot faster, and then he would have 2 unpopped Hounds. As you can see, he still has 1 Hound up that is not popped. So it would have been it would have been harder to do this raid with 2 unpopped rather than just 1. So enter from the opposite side of the air defense if you have 1 or 2, whatever, base dependent, and then start your Loons and make sure you drop them so the timing is correct, so that the Hound is tanking for each each Loon. And you guys can tell, I mean, this raid is very overpowered. It's an excellent raid to do. It looks pretty awesome when you do it. It's very fun too. And I know Dixon himself, he loves doing this raid. Him and Big Lou. Got to give out a shout out to Big Lou. He's the first one who started doing it, so we're calling it the Big Lou Dixon Laloon raid or something like that. The Lou Dixon raid or something. I forgot what they were calling it, but so many people in this war were doing it. We're going to go ahead and show an attack from Guy, also doing it. And you don't really need that, high heroes for this. You need, I'd say about 15, depending on what kind of base you're hitting. As you can tell, Guy here, number 35 attacking number 20. He's got 23 and 24 heroes. Pretty ideal. As long as you have, I'd say 15 to 20. 20 is more ideal for this scenario, but and Guy here, he does not use baby dragons, guys. So you don't always need baby dragons. It's it's very helpful. It just depends. But he brought multiple minions on each side, creating that funnel. He's gonna wall break in, and he has a jump spell, so you don't need quakes. It's just up to you, base dependent. Like I said, as you can see in this raid, his goal here is to get these air defenses, and I believe it's this air defense. And the queen, since she's by the queen. So you could come at this base from a variety of entrances. You can wall break in this compartment, jump this compartment that allows your bowlers to take out this air defense and this air defense, and step up to the queen and possibly get that air defense. So we'll go ahead and watch and see what Guy does. So he drops his bowlers. Once that funnel is created, drops the jump spell, followed by the rage and the poison spell. Bowlers are going to go ahead and enter the core of this base. They're going to take down that first air defense. Queen is going to reroute inside the core of this base. Gets that second air defense down now. Now you still cannot, start your Laloon portion of your raid because the queen is still alive. If you were to drop your portion of the raid and the queen locks onto your Loons, those Loons are going to go down pretty quick. So wait till the queen is down if possible. He knows his queen right here is going to get the enemy queen since they're in the same proximity. You see that question mark over the queen, so you know your queen's going to get the enemy queen. He drops the poison on her, especially since his queen is low life, but she does have her ability. And once that question mark popped up, Guy started the portion of his raid because he knows the queen is going to take out the enemy queen. So he has 2 air defenses up. Did not get all 3 of them. Queen did lock on to that hound, and his queen took out the enemy queen. Not a big deal. He has 2 haste spells in the bag using on his kill squad here. Or not on his kill squad, on his main portion of the raid, the Laloon portion. He's going to wait till that first air defense is down, and then I believe he's going to drop that haste spell to speed them up, pushing them towards that second air defense. I guess he didn't use it there. My mistake. Uses it on the other portion, getting those balloons straight into that air defense. You could have used it on either section of the raid. It doesn't really matter, but this was a prime example on how to do this raid with 2 air defenses down as opposed to 3. And sometimes you might even get lucky, like last war, and one of the guys got all 4 air defenses, and his hounds were just up, pointless. Could have brought so many more loons, but still beautiful and excellent raid. And if you guys can, save 1 or 2 loons for the end of the raid so you can start the cleanup. You're pretty much using your entire kill squad here in the beginning, and then you don't really have much for cleanup. You could save the wizards, the 3 wizards, or whatever you're using in your comp for the cleanup. I call it an active cleanup. It's actively dropping wizards during your raid or cleanup troops to start cleaning up those outer trash rings. That way, by the time your raid is commenced, you're not left with 99% 1-star as opposed to that 100% 3-star. But if you have the baby dragons for the funnel, save your wizards till the end for the cleanup. And if you don't have anything, save a loon or 2 for the cleanup. That way you can, your group of loons don't get stuck, clumped up together, dropping all their bombs on one defense or cleanup building as opposed to them splitting up. So, all right, bye forever, Dixon, back at it, bringing another raid here. He's got 1 golem this time, so this is going to be the cold-blooded entry here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm totally off it. I wish he was doing the cold-blooded. We didn't have anyone do the cold-blooded. He's actually got the shattered entry here from the south. 2 golems. I didn't see here. He dropped his first golem. Anyways, so same attack as last time. Same composition. He's actually got 2 minions. So you can save those 2 minions and those 2 wizards for the cleanup at the end, guys. Drops a golem here. Idea of getting these 3 air defenses right here, possibly a 4th one, getting the queen down and taking care of the CC. So he drops the first golem, drops the second one, and then he drops the baby dragons. Could have made that funnel a little wider, but I don't think he wanted to, because if he would have dropped that golem a little bit more to the right, it would have walked towards this mortar, and I don't think he wanted that. So both golems go into the core, drops a quad quake, and then he drops the bowlers and his kill squad. Now that kill squad is going to go straight into the core, lock onto the queen, take out the CC, take out the queen, and get the air defense. He's already used all of his spells, guys. Still has his bowlers up. Everything's getting pushed into the core really quick here. We're only 24% into this raid, and half of the bottom half of the base is already taken out. He's already got all 3 air defenses taken out, and now he can start his Laloon portion of the raid. Starting from the opposite side of the base, he drops his hounds, and he just drops in surgical loon deployment. Surgical loon deployment is just a few loons on each defense, no less than 2, no more than 3 or 4. And they're just going to work their way in straight towards that air defense, and you don't need any spells for that air defense, guys, because those hounds are going to tank for a long time. Especially on 1 air defense, 2 hounds will tank for a long time. So by the time, at least 1 will pop, and by the time you get there, that other air defense will get taken out. And now you can see he dropped in he saved some back end loons here for that wizard tower. It's also ideal if you have a big group of loons heading towards a wizard tower. Save 1 or 2 and drop 1 on that wizard tower to distract that wizard tower from that big clump of loons. Because if that wizard tower would have locked onto all these loons right here, that would have been a bad, that would have been a no-no, because all those loons would have went down, and he could have lost all of his loons, and his raid would have went to crap pretty much. So excellent job here, excellent raid, nicely planned out. There's a bunch of more attacks I could show, but this gives you guys a general idea of how to use this raid and what to look for and what not to look for, and what kind of bases to look for. So there's the comp again, guys. The Shattered Bowler Laloon, excellent raid. Definitely try it in some FCs if you guys can, and try it in war. Let me know how it goes. Comment down below. Tell me if you guys like this raid, how we can improve this raid. Tell me what you guys think, especially now that the healers are getting revamped. I think we're going to start seeing this a lot now. Try it with a cold-blooded entry, or try it stone. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me how it works. Do you guys like using the quake spell or the jump spell? So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys learned something from this video, and I would love to see it in future wars, and send us, tweet a picture about it, and if you guys used it in the raids. I think it'd be pretty awesome. That's going to be it again, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you guys have any questions. I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, thanks for watching my videos, and you guys take care.